Some examples of narcissistic behaviors that end up in escalating to violence. These situations, you may feel the need to minimize, dismiss, invalidate, come up with alternative explanations as to why these things keep happening, these behaviors keep taking place. The truth of the matter is there are no excuses or justification for any of this behavior to happen. Narcissistic people have so much rage within that these behaviors need to be taken seriously for your own safety and well-being. Trigger warning as we continue ahead. Number 1, act aggressively, overly confrontational, and threateningly to others. For example, at a bar trying to pick fights for seemingly little to no reason besides their own ego. This may seem like, a one-off or something you can write off and excuse due to something else, even though it's on them. When it becomes a pattern and turns into them mistreating waitstaff, other patrons, or simply people that they view beneath them. And this is a huge sign and indicator that this is truly how they view and see others, and will start viewing you exactly as that, worthless and beneath them. You have to understand that everything is a hierarchy with them and based in that. So socially, if you notice them acting this way, and especially towards other women, and act aggressively, threateningly, even just through their words towards other women, not even their actions, just their words, sirens should be going off. Look, even my hair wants to take flight. Sirens should be going off in your mind. Even if they haven't been overtly aggressive or physically aggressive towards you yet, when they act or speak this way towards other women, it's almost a guarantee that you are next in line for these behaviors. You just simply haven't triggered him enough at this point, or the relationship is too new. These exact things played out in my past, and I ended up getting really hurt. Number 2, they encourage addictive behaviors within you, like excessive drinking or substance use, introducing you to new things and encouraging these behaviors, even to your detriment. They earn your trust to simply go and abuse it. Using alcohol and substances is an especially cruel and manipulative way to capture somebody. And there's a huge difference between having some casual drinks, having a good time, versus trying to consistently pressure and persuade you to drink more than you're comfortable, do things you're not comfortable doing. And a narcissist makes you feel like they'll abandon you or leave you if you were to even utter the words no, or that you weren't okay with something, and yes manning their actions or what they want to do. So you let it go, you agree, you give in, whatever it may be, even when you don't want to. That's abusive. Those that truly love and care for you and want you to have a good time even don't want that for you. And you can end up in really scary situations only relying on someone who could care less about your life. And lastly, this one I feel may sound kind of weird and random to those that haven't experienced it, but I feel like it's a lot more common than even I think it is. They purposely, consistently, and constantly try to tickle you aggressively and scare you, usually from behind. And I personally hate being tickled, let alone aggressively, especially as someone who has experienced SA and various other horrible things on multiple occasions. Those things terrify me and immediately are very, very triggering for me, which I even communicated this, that I can't handle that sort of engagement because it's so disturbing to me. And of course, not surprisingly, no matter what, he would still tickle me, still scare me, and no matter what I asked. And this would happen to the point that I would cry. They want to bring you to such a point of discomfort where you're begging and pleading with them to stop so they can further feel superior, all powerful, all in control, and like they own you. These are just a few examples of kind of overt and covert ways that narcissistic people abuse you. And these things may not even correlate in your mind as abuse or as escalating behaviors that could end or lead to violence. These behaviors are and were a predictor of future behavior, and that statement of past behavior being the best indicator for future behavior could not be more true. It's almost like you can see the future play out and see it laid before you when you really pay close attention. And you can try to avert the future of abuse and instead have a future of freedom.